Hey, how y'all doing out there today? Listen, this whole thing with the left-right paradigm in America, the way that the New World Order has really gotten the perfect division, a 50-50 division on any given day, and it never goes into any favor of the left or the right. Part of the left-right paradigm or lie, as I call it, is the best way to keep us divided. They use key issues like abortion and gun control to keep two groups of moralistically thinking people politically separated. So before I get started on any of this, I just want to say that the left right paradigm is the lie that will keep you separated over nothing because you have to choose a box and where say you're a gun control advocate or you believe in abortion rights, and these contradict each other in these two, the Republican and the Democratic Party is what I'm referring to here in America, and how it's used against us. You pick one main issue, but you got to take all the other little issues, all the other, like with the left, all the minority issues, and with the right, all the corporate issues that the normal working man wouldn't do. So you got to kind of pick and choose, so you decided to pick and choose a lie. So here's why we're gonna set some things straight today, and I'm gonna tell you how the New World Order, the very deep state that the left is denying half of America because they got America divided. You're either a liberal or you're a conservative. You're either left or you're right. You might think you're different, but that's what it boils down to. Okay, you either think this way for America or you think this way for America. And but how the deep state got half of these people, which I'm going to call the left, so we can just keep up with the wording of the lie. Okay, I don't believe none of this. I don't believe in the left right. I think most of you that know me already know this by now. So I'm just showing you how this is destroying the planet, destroying your mind, destroying our brotherhood, destroying everything around us. All because we put all this time and energy into this one lie. So here we go. All you worrying about what Trump's doing or Trump's thinking, or that he's working with the establishment or against the establishment. No matter what you think about him, Obama, Bush Senior, Bush Junior, the Clintons, the whole family, Barack Obama. Like I said, everybody that's ever been president since George Washington warned us of the Illuminati has been in a group of people to run a new slave system called the United States of America. And the vision was to have a whole country of tax slaves that paid for their own labor, that paid for everything, that paid for these government people to be in government, paid, and also became a corporation around the time of 1871 for sure, where we are run by a bank. So it's under the banking, it's how it's going to work best for the bank, not for you, the citizen. This is what's called the deep state or the New World Order. The families, the super rich corporate, they're almost like a family of corporate board members. They probably don't even say good morning to each other. They're probably not even human. Or they may just be as human as you and I don't know. But the New World Order is the super elite rich people that own our government. What some people call the deep state, what some people call the New World Order, what some people call the Illuminati. The shadow government. A lot, and see, the left now all hates it. You hear people like Whoopi Goldberg denying there's a deep state, or denying the New World Order, or denying the shadow government exists, only because Trump says it exists and that he's taking it down. So anything Trump says, they're just going to say is a lie. Well, that's extremism as well. There is a New World Order. There is a shadow government. There is a group of super rich people that get rich off our slavery, off our labor, off our blood, off our children's lives in the military, of the whole military industrial complex. Are you that fucking stupid? And since George Washington, the very first puppet, have told you, president after president, leader after leader, have told you of the shadow government. Your favorite boy out there, John F. Kennedy, told you of the shadow government out there. Bill Clinton even said, do you really believe I'm running this show? No, they're puppets. But we argue and bicker over what they do like it's something, and they dangle this bread and circus out in front of you, and you just get fat and lazy watching this show go by. Oh, it's Russian collusion. Oh, it's not. Oh, it's made up. Oh, it ain't. And the whole time our planet is dying. The whole time you're becoming more unhealthy. The whole time you are becoming more involved in only yourself. You have withdrawn from your brother. You have withdrawn from the energy and the life-giving planet and brotherhood that it takes to maintain this planet. This planet is evolving, and if we as a species want to remain on it and live together on it, we're going to have to evolve with it, which is looking like it's going to have to be a society. It's going to have to be a coexisting without electricity, without governments, without leaders, without war daddies, without murdering half the world for a fuel source. So you best be getting your head out your ass on that one particular part of it and be paying attention to what's going on. But I want to talk about how the very new world order that the left is now denying has gotten them to deny it. The same way they got the right wingers, the people on the right, to go along with all this environmental reversal that Obama done. They don't care if it's putting coal sludge in the creeks. They don't care if it's putting frack water down your baby's milk bottle. They don't care. The right wingers don't care as long as it was something Obama did and Trump's going to mess it up, right? See, you just hate the left and the right so much. You just hate your brother so much, you'll destroy a fucking planet. Well, there you go on the rant. That's as loud as I'm going to get about this. That's the lie. That's the lie. That's how they do it with everything. Shooting our brothers in the street that are unarmed, making laws to keep everybody protected, or they're going to protect you from one side or the other. One day the protesters are bad. The other day it's the white nationalists are bad, carrying tiki torches. You see what I'm getting at? Every day they give you one side or the other to hate or to fear. Well, now they got you denying they exist. Any of you out there that call yourself left wing or liberal and you deny the shadow government or the New World Order, you fell for the very thing, the very same lie, the very same mind manipulation that the right wingers fell for about environmental issues like coal sludge in my creek, like my water being poisoned, like my friends committing suicide or dying from cancer from drilling and fracking and then buying, selling our country to the Chinese. Them right wingers agree with that. Well, you on the left are just as bad for looking. Y'all are falling for the game. You're hating your brother for no reason. You need to hate the people that are manipulating your mind, even your bodies and your health, transhumaning you into something else, something different. You're not even thinking. No, but you're waiting on that fucking 5G phone, ain't you? You're waiting to have your brain scrambled. Well, let's see what happens in North Carolina, by the way. I want to bring that up real quick because they're going to open up that 5G bullshit in two North Carolina towns. Charlotte's one of them, and somebody help me out with the other town. Just look it up. North Carolina is already a hotbed for racist problems, laws where you can run over people, protesters, riots in the street, officers shooting people down. Now they're going to add 5G to that. Let's see, where did the Civil War start off? Was that just like one state away in South Carolina? Maybe trouble starts around these areas. I don't know, but it sure is got a coincidence to me, and I don't believe in coincidence. That they're going to start 5G in North Carolina, a state that's already crazy for all kind of issues. No, the problem is not Trump, y'all. The problem is not what Obama did. The problem ain't who's doing what and who's got the money and who's borrowing. It's the fact that something major is coming up. That big oil is making a major play at grabbing all the last drip drops of oil and natural gas that they can get around the world. They're already making deals with Russia. Have you not seen that? You can say what you want to. Take away the election, take away Trump and Putin bromance all over the world stage right in front of us. Take away everything they're throwing in your face. Have you not noticed? Go look up the statistics for energy companies that drill oil and gas. They're going to peak here about 2020, and then they're going to start slowly declining. And then there's just going to be a complete reversal, and all the money that went in the petrodollar goes into coal seam gas and LPG products, liquefied petroleum gas products that gets fracked from coal seam beds. Everything else has been used up. Oil, by the way, is not all what you call fossil fuels. There is a fossil fuel oil, but it would have been long gone because there wasn't that many dinosaurs. Many believe it's from the plates of the earth shifting so hard that it causes a sludge. That's why old oil wells fill back up. Maybe America is going to be down low, so all the oil wells back in Texas and Oklahoma, Mississippi, the Louisiana area, the Gulf of Mexico, all those good areas where they got oil from before and raped us. Maybe they're waiting for that to all fill back up. Who knows? They don't tell us the truth about nothing anymore. But I tell you the truth about this. The New World Order just got the left wing of what I call America, what I call the lie, the left-right paradigm lie. You're either this way or you're this way in America these days. No matter what you think you are, you either fit in one of them two boxes, and you got to stick with your allies these days. So it's 50% against 50%. And they just got half of you called the left wing to forget the New World Order exists, to laugh at the shadow government that gets rich off the blood of you and your children. The very super elite and the big pharmaceutical corporate gods that make money off you being sick and them selling you something and fooling you to make you feel better. Demonizing good medicinal herbs like ghost pipe tinctures and uh, uh, wild lettuce, things that just grow, dandelions. And I got to step right off my porch and find more meds. Anyway, it don't matter. The things that keep you full, that keep you fighting, that keep you happy when one man does something and then another man. See, they all got you worshiping a leader, but you tell me you worship your God, and you got other things bigger that you worship. But what I see is state worship. I see people worshiping a leader just like kids used to worship wrestling characters, wrestling actors on wrestling. Oh, I love Stone Cold. No, I love The Rock. Well, let's see them in the ring. They talk shit for a week and nothing happens. That's what you become. But this whole thing, you say, well, damn, Bill, I would have voted for the lesser evil. Well, I said something earlier to the Christians, but I'm going to say this to any good man and any good woman out there. And this is going to be some truth that really hurts. And I hope you don't take it from me being judgmental, but it's just the fucking truth. And I think every one of you need to hear it. Every one of you that voted for evil. Every one of you that voted for war. You voted for taxes, and you voted for death, because that has come with every president since George Washington. When we elected George Washington, remember the Whiskey Rebellion? Look it up. We almost had another Revolutionary War because of a 25% tax that George Washington and the newly founded federal government wanted to put on alcohol. So we just couldn't drink our liquor no more, make our liquor and drink it, and all we had to pay for it. You've been at war your whole existence except for 8 years of peace, America. This is all by design. It has always been that these leaders brought in, especially the taxes. And then they started lying to you in the 1800s, telling you that you had to pay tax on your own income, on your own labor. And guess what? Notice that's when the Industrial Revolution came around, which brought on the military-industrial complex. And that's what runs the world right now. War is money. Taxes are money. Your death is money. And I'm sorry it's that way, but we're at a pivotal point in history where they know that either the atmosphere or Mother Earth herself is not going to sustain us anymore. And probably a large amount of people on this planet might not make it through it. And I think the only people that will make it through it are the people that are either aware of it or are just going to live and don't care, and you're going to make it through it spiritually, because this body's going to die anyway. But you know what I mean. There's just not a lot of light at the end of a lot of these rabbit holes, so to speak. But some of them ain't rabbit holes no more. You're being fooled if you believe that there is no new water. You're being fooled if you believe that Trump is like getting rid of the establishment, GOP, and rooting out, and what was it? Oh, the draining of the swamp. Man, that joke wore so thin so quick when he proved he was New World Order right off the bat by letting Tillerson go around the world and make all the oil deals. But then he sold us out to China. We all knew he was New World Order then. We knew he was New World Order when he kept the Russians still here to make the 2.5 million miles of pipeline. We knew he was New World Order, man, when we saw that he was in bed with Canada. Canada is all New World Order with their resources. At least their leaders were smart and said, hey, you can take it in this part of the country, but just keep our people out of it. America, they sold us out, y'all. There ain't even going to be a whole bunch of us here in about 7 years anyway, unless you work for the big oil. Or you work for these coal seam gas Chinese that's going to be running the world. We're going to be the third world country. But whatever you believe on that, I just want to talk about this one thing for sure, because I want you to stop it. Because I'm going to, everybody always tries to get me trapped in one of these boxes. And they're like, well, Bill, you're a liberal. Or Bill, you're a social justice warrior, so that makes you a liberal. Or Bill, you're this or that, and that makes you a liberal. Or Bill, well, first of all, what the fuck is a liberal? You stole the word liberty. Liberty means freedom to do as the fuck I want to, not the freedom to do what your little group thinks I should be doing, because you softened everything up with rules and little cautions on the plastic boxes, and nobody can walk around without getting their toes stumped without needing a vaccination. So no, I don't want to be called a liberal, but I do want to say that I'm at liberty to live the way I want, and I try to do it. Well, you ain't going to be able to do that much longer if you keep denying the New World Order. And I'm saying this to the liberals out there that deny this. When I watched Whoopi Goldberg and Judge Jeanine from Fox News go at it for that little that little bit of entertainment that they gave us, when Whoopi started cussing out Judge Jeanine, and everybody's like, listen to Whoopi. Whoopi's get. You know what Whoopi did? She denied the New World Order right there when she had a national world platform on The View to say the New World Order. You mean the New World Order that Trump works for because he signed on big oil? The New World Order that Trump works for because he sold out China to West Virginia? Or bombed Syria for the New World Order, or was in bed with King Bibi over there in Israel, then turned around and flew right over to the Saudi Arabia and got right in bed with the Arabs? You talking about that New World Order? No, Whoopi Goldberg had a perfect time to bust out Trump for working for the New World Order. But what does she do? She decides to use liberal talking points and say that and deny the New World Order or deep state. Like I said, it's got many names. That's part of their chameleon type thing anyway. Deep state, super elite, New World Order, whatever you want to call it. All right, Rothschild bankers, I don't give a damn. There's about 5,000 of them that think they own this planet. That's them and their families. They think that they own this fucking planet. They think that they're better. They're the people like your old people like John Paul Getty. Remember some bitch that found oil? That breed of people really bred a super race. I mean, I don't mean super race like physically. I mean like thinking they're super rich. I mean, way beyond owning governments rich. Owning governments. Your government. You got to think about shit like this. Because a lot of people have been getting on to me, and I want to answer them, especially I got dear sister Diana in Columbus, Georgia. And she knows who I'm talking about. I'm not going to call her out by name. I'm going to answer you, sister, for sure. The reason why I'm getting involved in it again is because look how much energy and time and effort that you're putting in arguing about what color Trump's underwear is or what Playboy model he squeezed her titties on in 1989. I could give a rat's ass less what this puppet actor did. It's like, man, are you really mad at the son of a bitch that killed, old or the rabies that killed old Yeller? Did you really cry because you thought the dog was dead? I mean, come on, man. This is a show. You're putting all your time and energy and effort into this show when it needs to go into the quick teaching, learning, and getting ready for the normal, natural evolution of this planet so we can go with the flow of how the planet's going to go. Why do you think so many of us have pulled away? We have seen that the sky is no longer blue. We've seen that the sun is no longer yellow. We see that the soil is not growing natural plants. I've seen hundreds of different species of mushrooms just evolving, which shows an evolving planet in itself. I'm not even going to get deep with you on that. The burn holes all over the leaves. Over half of our kids sick. You're sick. You want to get away. You feel trapped. Everybody knows it. And then they're going to shoot more frequencies in the air, kill more. They ran it out, y'all. It's played out. It's over. So get with it. Let's find a way to transcend in and evolve naturally as the animals that we are. And don't transhuman ourselves. Don't put metals in our body. Don't put frequencies through our brain to make us think right or whatever they're doing to us. Buck on it. That's all I'm asking you to do. But putting your time and energy into what the fuck's going on in DC is part of getting you not to think about what's going to happen the next day. Because when it does go down, they're counting on about 90% of you not being able to take care of yourself and just not being a problem for them over a period of about 3 weeks to a month. Maybe from the first week to the first month, lose about 90% of the population of the earth, or just people that were involved in society that's got a little too involved. You see what I'm saying? Maybe you're a little too involved in them politics if you're going to deny the New World Order exists. Maybe you're a little too involved in them politics if you really think Trump's going to pull over one day and help you fix a flat tire on your car. Maybe you're a little too involved if you can't eat outside that grocery store or you can't go a day without a bath. Maybe you're too involved. That's for you to decide. I'm just here to remind you that there is a new world order, that our planet is dying, and that I am your brother. That's all I want you to know today. There is a new world order. Our planet is dying, and I'm your brother. Now, there's a solution to all that. Now, you know what it's called? It's called unity. And that's what I am about. Because I'm going to die anyway. And I ain't going to die with you. I'm going to live with you. I'm not going to die for my planet. I'm going to live for my planet. I'm going to be free. I'm going to live free. And I'm going to die living. But we can stretch this out. And we can coexist with what's coming. So quit fearing it. Research it. And quit denying that the rich people are doing this. Quit denying leftists and liberals and anybody out there that don't, just because they're trying to twist the lie and make you say, oh, because Trump did it. Only because Trump's saying that there's a deep state, you're saying there is no deep state. It's a deep state, and you best wake up to it. I tell you what, how about ask any captain of an aircraft carrier out there if there's a deep state. Ask him where his phones go to. You think they go to Donald Trump? You think they go to the president? You think they got a hotline to the president so he can say, like Ronald Reagan used to say, and I'll push the button? Nah. And who runs there? Our military ain't who runs none of it. There is a deep state. There's a deep shit coming. You best get your head out your ass. And that's all I can tell you. Out of love. Out of love. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. But I'm getting mad with some of the stuff I'm seeing. I mean, come on, man. We're still arguing about religion and politics when everybody knows that it's all fake or it's made to divide. So why can't we talk about the more important things right now? That's my point. But if you on the left, you don't think there's no shadow government, that's on you. They're glad you think that, by the way. Think about that. Peace. I love you. Love your brother like you love yourself, and we can all love this planet and get it back right, or at least go with what's coming, because it's coming. We ain't gonna stop it. Other than that, I can't help you.